Philly sports, love and pain. I'm Dave. That's Kenny.
Yep.
And we are in wild card week, motherfucker.
Super Bowl. Super Bowl. Super Bowl.
Oh, it's so close you could no, it's not that close. It's
Guess
actually
what?
not that
Guess what I
close.
learned this weekend?
What?
I actually learned the names of the rounds of the playoffs, so I won't sound like a buffoon. Huh?
Ooh, like wild card,
Wild card,
divisional.
divisional, and
Divisional's the one that fucks everybody up.
yeah, it really does. Fuck that. It has nothing to
Okay.
do with divisions at all,
It doesn't have
people.
anything, it doesn't have anything to do with it.
It's tomfoolery.
It really is. But here we are, man. The playoff week has arrived, and damn, dude, well, first of all right. Let's wrap up the season with a little bow, like the Eagles did last weekend.
Remember last week when I said the Cowboys weren't on my list of hated teams?
Yes, I do
Welcome
remember
back, motherfuckers.
that.
Are you kidding me?
That was unreal. They
I was-
leave him in. Like
I was watching the game with my brother and Jason, and then obviously Christy and Lily. But I turned to Jason at one point and I said, I am so irrationally fucking mad. And not about the game. I didn't give a shit about the game. We knew what the game was going to be. We knew Sirianni wasn't going to have a playbook. Why would he? It would be stupid to do that. We knew the offense was going to be all right. I was kind of impressed they lasted as long as they did with the Cowboys starters who apparently played 90% of that game.
played way too much. They left their starters in way too long.
Fucking
They want
pigs.
they wanted Dak to break the fucking Tony Romo's record, and they wanted fucking Zeke to get a cheap ass 1,000-yard season.
Did he get
Like,
it?
dude, yeah, he got it. Like, come on, dude, come on. I hope they're tired as fuck this weekend, and I hope they get fucking dicked this weekend. I really do.
Papi Chula.
So yeah, so the Cowboys, I thought was gonna happen anyway. The Cowboys come in this past weekend and put up fucking 50 burger on us in the home stadium in the link. And you know what? A lot of people were like, "Oh, it's because Sirianni was wearing the Beat Dallas shirt earlier in the season." I'm like, you're fucking stupid, okay? You're fucking stupid. They left Dak in for 5 TDs because they wanted him to break Tony Romo's record, which is fucking trash. And they left Zeke in because they wanted him to get a free 1,000 yards. Like, whatever, dude. Who fucking cares?
Are people still complaining about Sirianni's attire back in week 4 or 5?
Apparently, it's a thing. Like, people are bringing it up still. I don't get it.
Below me. This
Like,
game
get over it.
this game literally went the way it should have went. Actually, we should applaud the Eagles for it. Just shows you the depth on the O line, and like they hung, man. They hung for a whole half. That's pretty impressive. And that's when the Cowboys should have went into halftime. Fine, you want to run them to give them a half to get the records. You know what I mean? Which I'm gonna be on record saying that I don't like this record breaking bullshit because it's bullshit. There's only one record that's been broken so far that is legit in my eyes, and it's the T.J. Watt sack because he was injured for 2 games. So he actually did do it in like 16 games.
Well, okay, but in that regard, though, like Dak was out too.
Fuck Dak, pussy.
I'm just saying he missed at least one game. I can't remember if it was 2 or 1, but yeah. Guess what that last weekend means? Nothing. It means nothing. And we knew going into this. We knew going into it, like we were like, okay, they're gonna get fucking murdered this weekend. It does not matter. Don't let that change the way you feel about the team. Don't let that change the way you feel about the season. Jalen Hurts, like any like positive fucking feelings you had about this team going into last weekend, it should not have affected you literally at all. And I guarantee you there are people that are like, oh fuck, that was
I'm worried
horrible.
about it.
Like, oh god, what the fuck?
Could
Get
have
over it.
like Rager maybe like I don't know did something anything.
Rager got probably the most snaps he's seen all season.
3 targets, 2 catches, 19 yards.
But he had 3
and
rushing attempts
for
for
10 yards.
10 yards.
I don't know. That was a little disappointing.
I thought we
Again,
weren't hating
doesn't
on
matter.
Rager anymore.
I mean, it's like Tobias Harris. Take over a fucking game when you have your chance.
Now, don't jump the gun on Tobias Harris because we're
Fucking
gonna get there.
pigs.
We're gonna get there on that. But I think yeah, Rager had 69 snaps. That's by far the most
Nice.
he's ever seen. And Pro Football Focus still rated him at a 55. Oh my God. That dude can't get out of his own way. It's awful.
There were some things that you could be concerned about too, like the punting. What's up with Sipas?
I don't know. I really honestly think he struggles when he's struggling because it's so fucking cold outside.
Where's he from?
Australia, right?
Oh, what a baby back bitch.
A, ba- a baby back bitch. Oh my God. Oh fuck.
Well, he better
No,
get it.
but
Well, he's in Tampa Bay, so I guess it doesn't matter this week.
no, it doesn't. It does not matter this weekend.
Good luck in Lambeau if you win.
Oh well, that's a good point because right now I think it's like below 0.
Hey, coach, my knees are cold.
So this weekend didn't mean shit.
Yeah,
All right.
not really. You're picking it apart because we're on a podcast and you can.
Yeah, and I don't really care about that, and I don't really want to. I don't even want to waste any more time talking about it. So
All
let's
I'm
move
saying
on.
is the punting is the concern. That's it. I'm done. But the
Well,
punting needs to work itself out.
okay. So then if we're gonna go down the road of concerns, all right, let's start there, right? Because here is a serious concern. Uh the Eagles' record against winning teams.
Mhm.
Major concern. 1-6.
And that's how they finished the season, or at the point we played them.
I was counting it how they finished the season.
Okay. Well, I don't hate that. Who was the win?
The Saints.
Well, they
Yeah.
did just blank them 9-0. They did blank the Bucks 9-0.
They did, and I hope Gannon is like,
Watching that tape.
watching that tape with clothespins on his eyeballs so that he can fucking
Well,
take
how
it
could
in.
he put clothespins on his eyeballs when he's wearing his sweet
Sunglasses.
fucking shades?
I knew you're gone this shit. But here's that's a concern to me. It's got to
pish posh applesauce. Who cares?
come on. Are you serious?
I'm just saying, like, fuck it. I mean, I understand it's a concern, but like, the focus right now is Tampa Bay, and that's all that matters. That's it. And they can win this game. They got a lot of people on IR. You have what you have there in that sense. I'm seeing a lot when I look at it. It says like could be back for the playoffs, which just screams they're not going to be back for the playoffs, right?
Mhm.
You went dark.
Sorry.
Oh, that's all good.
We're still good. We're still going.
What I said is that when you look at the IR report, it says could be back for the playoffs, which normally means they won't be ready for the first week if they got the game, Well, Dave apparently is having trouble tonight.
Yeah, I am. But I'm back now, so it's okay.
All right, do I need to say that for the third time, or are you going to get it together?
Third time because I have no idea what the fuck you said.
I said, and I quote for the third time, normally when the IR tag says could be back for the playoffs, they're normally not back for like that first round. So you might get a break there.
Yeah.
And that's
a good
Leonard
point.
Fournette, Shaq Barrett. Well, Richard Sherman apparently blew his Achilles, but I don't know how much he had left anyway.
Well, I understand how it's one game. It's not a big deal. Blah blah blah. Like I totally get it, but to have that much non-success against playoff teams, or not even playoff teams, winning teams, is just a concern. The other thing that's a concern of mine is the slow starts, man.
Yeah, no, I mean that has to be. And again, you don't even look at last week, but they got to come out and they have to do something. I said this to you a couple of weeks ago, you can have a quarter, you can have a half in the regular season against the fucking Giants and the Redskins, and oh, congratulations to the New York Giants for firing Joe Judge. First thing they've done right in a decade.
Big
Um,
ups.
I'm actually sad about it.
Yeah, doesn't help us really. I mean,
Nah, it makes them closer to being better. But I mean, you can get away with that kind of shit, during the season. But playoffs, you have to be ready to go. And if we win the toss, I want the ball. I want energy. I want momentum.
they're not
I
going to
want
take
it.
the ball. They're not
What?
going to take the ball.
Would you say?
They're not going to take the ball.
I know. I want it. They
Oh
didn't.
well.
What game was that? That was the Redskins, right?
Uh, what that you're saying that they won the toss and took the ball?
No, no, yeah, they won. No, I'm saying they won the toss and then they deferred, and you could just tell that. You know what I mean? Like to combat the slow starts, I think you need to get the ball right away.
Hey, I don't hate that. I don't hate that. The last time that the team played anybody worth a shit, which was the Saints, where they came out and actually had a good start. That was that game. It was the Saints game, and they put up 14 in the first quarter, and they were in the lead. I mean, they were in the driver's seat that entire game, but it was 27. It was 27-7 at halftime.
Which I mean, game was over.
It's a game. So, but the problem is that this team starts slow too often.
Oh, way
And
too. You could almost point to every game after the Saints game they were slow, whether it be a
absolutely.
quarter, a half, or against the first time we played the Giants, all four quarters.
Yep. Spot on. So that's another major issue for me. So you have the bad record against winning teams. You have the slow starts, and you have the list of quarterbacks that this team has beaten. It's not a fucking rap sheet that anybody is like proud of. So like I'm just saying like this I think we have to temper our expectations this weekend. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, I tend to agree with you. Again, getting to the playoffs was like just, I mean, gravy. I mean, I didn't expect that. I don't think you expected that. I don't think most people expected that. So to get to that point, I mean, I think your expectations kind of need to be low in that sense.
Yeah, and that's one of the other things. Like obviously we're recording on Tuesday night, so we've had time to listen to some sentiment and some opinion in the market in the area. And one of the things that I keep hearing is, people are like, "Well, I'm not afraid of Tom Brady. He's not really that good. He was like a game manager, and he was a product of the system, and blah blah blah." Dude,
Wrong.
you got to stop that. You got to stop that because I don't know if you're doing the thing where people have a couple different ways they go into situations where they feel uncomfortable. One of them is they talk shit on the other side. And they're like, well, I'm going to make myself feel bigger and better because I'm going to downgrade the other side and I'm going to make myself feel better. The other way is they go into it thinking that we're going to get murdered. And if it doesn't happen, they go opposite and it makes them feel better because they thought we were going to get murdered. They convinced themselves we were going to get murdered and we didn't. I don't understand the Brady slander. You can't come on the radio or a podcast or whatever anywhere you're gonna voice your opinion. You can't go on there and talk shit on Tom Brady.
I mean, he listen. I know it's the Jets, but he still had to put together a 2-minute drive without Antonio Brown to win that game, and it was impressive, and he did it. He's fucking good. Stop it. Let's
Yeah,
stop this.
yeah, we gotta pump the brakes a little bit on
This
the
isn't
talk on the
Peyton
shit
Manning
talking.
after his fucking giraffe neck surgery running around out back. You know what I mean? Like this man is healthy. He's good at fucking football. He's gonna be here for another 5 years. So get used to him. Get used to another 3 fucking Super Bowls down in Tampa Bay. It's what it is. It's just what it is.
So I all I'm saying is like I get it. Like I totally get like we want to go into it and there people are like, well, you're a fucking guy. Totally understand. Totally get it. I'm just tempering my own shit because I don't want to feel bad after if they lose. I don't want to feel bad about it. I
I
want to feel good about everything that happened, whether they win or lose on Saturday or
I
Sunday.
don't
Sorry,
even I don't even know where like I don't even know how I'm gonna watch the game. That's where I'm at.
but yeah, you're fucked.
I'm
So
totally.
for those that don't know, Kenny is getting married. Congrats, Kenny and
Thank you,
Chrissy.
thank you, thank you. Ha
But
ha.
Sunday just happens to be shower day.
I had 6 fucking chances, 6 time slots, 2 extra days to get a fucking break here, and I got slammed with 1 p.m. on Sunday. It's a sham.
It's the worst. It's like the one time you couldn't have that happen. One time.
I was talking to like a bunch of people, like you and Jay, and like
Mm,
Jake and Joe, obviously, and
mm.
we're all trying. We're like, well, it could be. I mean, Saturday at 8 o'clock just seems more practical. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But nope.
Yeah, sorry. I
Fuck your
wasn't trying
boy.
to make you I wasn't trying to get you excited or anything, but yeah, that's going to be tough. I don't know what you're going to do. Good luck with whatever
Well,
you
it starts at
decide.
11, so it should.
That's good.
I should just miss the first quarter, and then my goal is to convince her to go to a bar next door. The
so
pressure washer can wait, babe.
so hopefully they're not down 10-0 by the time you turn it on basically.
Yeah, because then you're just sad.
Then
Um,
you
I wanted to touch on what you were saying there. So I got a little thing that I wanted to talk about.
All right, go
So
ahead.
give me 1 second. I want to just bring up the playoff teams. NFL playoff teams. So you know the old adage about like the Olympics and like gold, silver, and bronze. Have you ever heard this?
Continue.
Okay, so a lot of times people say if you're a runner in the Olympics, we're just gonna use track and field. If you get bronze, you're super excited about getting bronze because you fucking medaled, right? So third
Yeah.
place, you're getting bronze. You're happy about that.
Right.
Gold, obviously, you're fucking pumped because you won a race, right? And then
Yep.
silver is the worst, because you really wanted gold and you fell short, and you thought you were good enough to win gold. But bronze is like, hey, I'm just lucky to be at the dance.
Okay.
So when I look at these playoff teams, that's how I feel about the Eagles. The Eagles are just a bronze runner, right? But like if I look at like teams like the Rams and the Cardinals, and I'll even throw the Titans into that. I know they got a bye, but those expectations, and they're just silver teams running. So we're as Eagles fans, we're in a very good position for this playoffs, particularly because we got into the dance. Like we talked about, as long as we don't get fucking blown out, we're okay. Cowboys fans are another fucking silver, right? They're not winning the Super Bowl. They were good all year. They had expectations. They think their team is a Super Bowl team. Hate to break it to you, none of y'all are. Matt Stafford, who cannot not throw an interception. I mean, I'm fucking goddamn, man. Cardinals, we've been saying they're frauds all year, and well, we know what the Cowboys are. So I think for all the Eagles fans that are like, "Whoa, it's Tom Brady's washed." No, just take your gold medal. Be happy you have your gold medal, as long as it doesn't get blown out, and go to the bank with it. There's other teams I'd be like, even the Bills is another team. Like, I don't think they can win the Super Bowl this year, but all year they, you know what I mean, they were good and they made you know what I mean, they were clearly going to make the playoffs. So I
Right.
think we're in a good spot as Philadelphians.
So yeah, so basically what you're saying is like there's no way like it's like we're in a no lose situation.
Exactly.
That I agree with you. I think that we are in a in a Jason chimes in. He says Eagles can't win. I'll text you score updates.
That ain't even right.
uh yeah, so I don't know. I totally think that people just have to go into this weekend and have fun. Just
Just be
just
happy.
just enjoy it, man. Just enjoy it. Like this is, if you're gonna go back to the track and field analogy, it's like the dude who isn't expected to even medal and he like comes in third, and it's
Yep.
like, oh fuck, damn, dude, you got bronze. Like that's exactly. It's a
And
good
all your
analogy
your
actually.
whole team's getting playoff experience. Like it's so good to be in the playoffs, and they're just not ready. Like we weren't even supposed to be in the playoffs. So we have 3 first round picks. Bama, Georgia. I changed it. and you have it's incredible.
Oh,
Three first round picks.
you're at least giving Georgia a nod to one pick.
Yeah, they get one. I mean, it doesn't. If they just draft from the SEC, I think we'll be okay. But
I agree.
I don't know, man. I'm thrilled with the way the season is going, and I'll even be more thrilled when we lose this week and he hits the draft. That's where I'm like my whole season's gonna come to the like defining moment. It's the draft. It just is.
So I just think that people just need to realize that what this team has accomplished this year is insane, and I really think that they have a good chance to win this weekend. I really do. I think that this team is completely different than they were when they played Tampa Bay last time. The not only is the personnel literally different for both teams. Tampa Bay is missing a lot of key pieces that they had back in that time frame.
Didn't Antonio Brown pop off against them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Antonio Brown. So here, let's dive into this because I wanted to talk about the last game a little bit because it's not often that you actually have a head-to-head comparison of the team that you're playing in the playoffs.
Hold on, I'm popping into the book real quick.
Yeah, so I'm looking at it right now. The final score of this game looked much closer than it actually was. If you don't remember the game,
I don't.
If you don't remember the game, the Eagles scored 15 in the second half, and Tampa Bay basically shut down their offense at halftime. It was 21-7 at halftime. Tampa Bay looked like every time they got the ball, no, it wasn't every time, but basically they looked like they could do whatever they kind of wanted to.
Why did the Eagles only run Sanders and Hurts that game?
Well, but here's the thing. This is the other. You're kind of jumping the gun a little bit.
I'm sorry. I go fuck myself.
It's okay. So that's part of it, Kenny. Like this is before the Eagles woke up. Sirianni, I should say, woke up and decided to implement what I believe to be one of the best running schemes in the NFL right now.
I mean,
like
how can anyone argue?
And you made a good point. You said it. Even the second and third string offensive linemen were able to produce a runner against Dallas's starters that was averaging 6.5 a carry.
Pretty good.
Gainwell averaged 6.5 a carry against Dallas's starters. Now listen, I know Micah wasn't playing. That's fine, but
he's not even that good.
Oh well. I don't know.
That's a joke. I know.
I'm not taking that bait. But my point is that I said this before. Scheme is important in the NFL, and Sirianni has one that is fucking effective. And I really, really, truly believe that if the Eagles have Sanders back,
what's this? What do we got on him?
So I heard today that he had surgery on his hand last week.
It looked like you saw that hand, man. That thing.
It looked like one of those fake hands you put on.
If you ever watch Always Sunny, you know the episode where Charlie's the lawyer that comes into the thing, he's got the fake hands. He doesn't like his little tiny hand. That's what I think about it when I saw that. I was like, holy shit!
It looked like a fucking glove. It looked like a fucking fake hand. So they need, if they have somebody who's healthy, at least one of them, they can make some noise in this game. And I think Hurts is going to have to be a big part of it. I said to you on the side that Hurts hasn't been running the ball as much lately. And I really think it has something to do with the ankle. I'm not saying that he's injured. I'm just saying that I think they might be telling him to scale back on it a little bit. Obviously the playoffs are going to be, it's the playoffs. Like, let's go. If you get injured, you have time to heal it up a little bit. But where I was going was I was talking about the previous game, and the top receivers for Tampa Bay were as follows: Antonio Brown,
dead.
OJ Howard,
is he fucking dead?
Don't even know if he's on the team anymore.
And dude, that feels like that OJ Howard thing seems fluky to me too, because they really haven't been getting shredded by the tight end, really.
No, so that's another thing that we could even look that we can even talk about because the Eagles have had the toughest tight end schedule in the fucking league. They had to play Kelsey, shut him down. They had to play Kittle, shut him down. They had to play Waller, shut him down.
Yeah.
Like, I, do I need to say any more? I mean, that's like a huge like all of that. Maybe did Waller not play? I could be wrong on that
I
one.
think he did play. OJ Howard last log was December 19th against the Saints, but 0 catches, 0 yards.
So, yeah, I don't know if he's dead or what's going on there, but
Keep
so
going down the list.
so yeah, you have Antonio Brown, OJ Howard, Leonard Fournette, who is injured or we don't know if he's going to be back for this game. Chris Godwin, he's out, and then you got Brait, Evans, Bernard, and Jones. Those guys are around.
Nah, Bernard's not.
Gio's out.
Well, he's got that could be ready for the playoffs, but he's got a hip issue. He's
Well,
you know
but you notice whose name I did not say in that list.
who
Rob Gronkowski.
Gronk.
And it's got to be brought up. It's got to be talked about because as much as people want to kind of throw shade and talk shit on Gronkowski for being old and whatever, like, okay, but last week he had 7 catches for 137.
Yeah, he's a problem. He's a menace.
So
I mean, listen, Mike Evans is easy 110 wide receiver, right? Like he can get you 110 and a touchdown or two. So but with Slay on him, he might disappear.
man, how awesome would that be? How awesome would it be to see Slay just lock Evans down?
I mean, it will if Slay can do it, which I mean he's capable of doing it. That bodes well for you getting to the divisional round.
Ooh, bringing out the vocab. I like it. So my point is, last game against them, they kind of did whatever they want.
You
Brady's
could set that on fire. The statistics and all that stuff. That's a totally different Eagles team. Seriously.
100%. I completely agree with you. But the one thing that they didn't do in that game either was get.
Well, I think our fat boy Williams will. He's been looking kind of nice, man.
Yeah, I agree. They had three quarterback hits in
Yeah,
that game
that's not getting it done, friends.
against a guy who, let's be honest,
Hey,
he's
guess
not
who else
mobile.
didn't play for the
Hit me.
Eagles?
Goddard, right?
Edwards.
I don't think Goddard played either.
Goddard.
I think he was out too.
COVID.
Maybe that was the COVID game.
Yeah, I don't see him either. So I mean,
Yeah, no, listen, I'm not trying to compare this game and say this is exactly what's going to happen. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that, there's you can take some things from this game. They obviously have seen each other, so they have something to look at. They have a direct comparison. There's a lot of fucking film. At the end of the day, it come down to individuals that have to make plays. Our
Mhm.
defensive line has to make plays. They have to wreak fucking havoc, and they need to be pressuring Tom Brady because if you give the guy 4 seconds, he's gonna shred you.
They got better towards the end. I'm probably gonna step on my dick here, but I'm so confused about Gannon. Do I like Gannon? Do I hate Gannon? Do I think he's good? I mean, obviously he has something because teams in the NFL want him as a head coach, right? So, maybe because we're not football people, like football guys in the league, evaluating that true talent, like maybe he has something that we don't know. We just don't like him because he plays fucking dime and then doesn't blitz. You know what I mean? But you could give him some credit in the sense of like he just fucking they straight up cut the fucking was that Wilson, the linebacker?
Uh-huh.
They straight up just cut him and they were like, well, we're gonna try Edwards, and that has obviously worked out.
Well, and something else that you can say about Gannon is his halftime adjustments are fucking unbelievable
How
in the
about like
past few weeks.
a driver two adjustment? We don't want to get to halftime and adjust.
Well, right, and that's the difference, right? That's the difference between a team that's going to go deep in the playoffs and win a Super Bowl versus a team that is starting to figure their shit out. And I think my whole thing is that like the Eagles are still starting to still like trying to figure their shit out. And so if they could steal this game against Tampa Bay, that would be fucking huge because it would give them so much momentum going into Lambeau. They would feel completely different about themselves going into Lambeau if they win this game.
Who who's beating the Packers? Seriously.
Also, our boy Jay chimed in again and said that he will be watching Avante Maddox take Gronk to the woodshed. Poo water, poo water in full effect. Which listen, you can't talk shit on him because dude's been balling.
No, I mean I listen. The only reason I was talking shit on him was because Jay had the dumbest statement of all time.
He took it back. It's okay.
I know, but I'm still not going to let him forget about it.
Redacted.
Poo water. No, he has been playing really well. I have no complaints about that. I just listen. Gronk's fucking good. I don't care how old he is. I don't care how his bones look. He's fucking good.
And he's mastered, dude. You know he has mastered that fucking push off.
Oh, 100%. They're not. Listen, the only thing that Gronk doesn't do well, he can't run because he's got like 17 braces on him.
I know he looks like RoboCop.
So like, if you can just, I mean, if you let him catch it on a short gain, he ain't gonna do much.
Yeah. So you said you just brought up a good point though. Like, well, I mean, we don't even really need to go there, but you just said talking about the Packers. You said who's going to go into Lambeau and beat the Packers?
No one.
I don't know if anybody. I don't know if anybody in the NFC can beat the Packers right now.
I don't know if anyone in the AFC could beat the Packers. I'm that gusto on the Packers. They're fucking good, and they're getting healthier.
I would love that because I put in some crazy futures. Like I told you, I think I put that out in the text thread. I have 7 Super Bowl futures alive right now. It's fucking great.
You should probably hit.
But what I have some other cool stuff like cheap bets like $15-20. I put in some championship parlays. So I have a parlay, a couple of them that include Georgia winning the title. Then I have the one parlay was Georgia, Packers, and Duke. We'll see. It's a lot of money for $20 to turn into like $2,000 or something stupid.
Yeah, well, you can give it to me.
But anyway,
the Packers are plus 170 to win the conference. Plus 380 to win the Super Bowl.
That's honestly still pretty good odds to get on the Packers this late in the game.
I'm gonna sprinkle right now live on the podcast.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's worth a little something.
That's a sprinkle daddy.
But listen, I know that a lot of people think that that people are being homers, and there are a lot of people being homers about this game this week.
How can you not be a fucking homer? I'm not mad about the homers. I'm gonna be mad about the homers when they call into WIP and they be like, "This is Frankie from Delco. Can you believe we lost to Tampa Bay? I got no teeth and I'm sucking on marbles."
Why does it gotta be from Delco?
I fucking hate Delco.
I know you do. I don't know why. I don't know what this hate is.
It's because every time
you could have said like Frankie from Glassboro.
Long time,
first time, long
time listener.
Yeah. But no matter what, no matter win or lose on Sunday, Sports Talk Radio on Monday is going to be a fucking treat. You know,
darkness.
Either way, probably, really.
No, 100%, because everyone's going to be like, and it's going to happen to me and you, right? We're going to watch that game. We're going to talk about that game. And then every day we're going to be like, well, they could beat the Packers. I think they could beat the Packers. Or really, it's going to be like, no way they beat the Packers.
Well, here's the thing. If they win this weekend, which, again, I strongly think they can win this game. If here's the thing. If they give up more than let me think about this. If they give in the first half, they lose.
I take that.
Yeah. So, I strongly believe that they could win this game. Like I said, if they by some stroke of fucking God's hand win this game, I really think they could go to Lambeau and make noise.
Oh my god.
But they're going to be 10-point underdogs.
Okay, so are you talking like gambling wise make noise, or are you talking about in general?
Well, I was talking about in general, but I really don't think they have a chance to win that game. I'm just saying they could
I
compete.
Dave, I'm like
The defense is playing the defense is starting to play like we thought they would in the beginning of the season.
and we let them off the hook.
They've made us look like complete dipshits that we were like, this defense is going to keep them in games. And then they fucking shit themselves for like 5 weeks in a row. And then Gannon or the guys, I don't know what happened. I have no idea. But, well, I know what happened, kind of. They started playing shitty teams. But, they're playing good. They're playing pretty good ball on D. And I think
I would put my mortgage. I would put my house up that the Packers would absolutely win that game against the Eagles. Absolutely, without a doubt. In Lambeau, 2 degrees. No fucking way. There's just, dude, I've seen like the game against the Browns. The Browns shouldn't have even had a shot in hell in that game. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I fucking love the Packers, man. Like I'm not saying like fanhood wise. I just love
No,
them.
so do I. I love that team. I love Aaron Rodgers. I always have loved Aaron Rodgers. I have a thing for just like stellar quarterbacks though. Like I fucking love.
I like quarterbacks like that don't have like that many championships. Like that's why I get annoyed about Brady. And like
Yeah, he's annoying. He's been around too long. He's won too many times. Like I totally get it. Totally.
Aaron Rodgers wins another Super Bowl, he'll be, I honestly firmly believe this. He'll be the first quarterback ever to win a Super Bowl and not return to the team. Because he's out.
Is it ever?
You heard it here first. I don't know if it's true or not. I wasn't born in 1905, but what I will tell you is that I'm pretty confident about it because it just doesn't happen. When you win a Super Bowl, you're coming back.
Yeah.
And he's going to take his little friend with him.
Devontae.
Packers might be bad in 2 years. Seriously.
It might be bad next year.
Yeah, I mean, if Aaron Rodgers and Devontae walk, my brother-in-law is a big Packers fan. He's from Wisconsin. So, I mean, I don't really care if they win for him. That doesn't affect me. I will have crab legs, though. So I will be very excited if the Packers make a run to the championship.
That's right. I really like the Packers. I love Aaron Rodgers. I love competitive QBs like that can just fucking sling. I just love that shit. It's almost like watching like home run. Like it's like
that ping off the bat, man.
When you see a quarterback drop back and he's got fucking like 4 6'7" beefy fuckers in his face and he drops a fucking dime 55 yards down the field in a fucking 5-gallon bucket. That shit is impressive, dude. It's impressive to me. I just love it. I fucking love it.
I get it, man. I just
like, dude, Justin Herbert's gonna be that guy. That game on Sunday night. That game on Sunday night was fucking madness.
That meme that I sent you had me roll, man. Where they were like, "Hit me," and they're like, "Sir," "You have 20. Hit me,
hit me." Yeah, that was the worst timeout ever in the history of football. But yeah, I love watching it. And the NFL, Jake said it in our little text thread. Jake was like, dude, the NFL is fucking king.
Always will be.
He's spot on. And there's nothing ever going to be like it because the NFL is different. It's just different, man.
Well, it's easier, dude. You have to commit 1 day a week. And
you mean as a fan, easier as a fan.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Dude, I can invest time into 18 fucking weeks. I mean,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah. once a week, 18
Actually,
weeks.
17 weeks because there's a
Right.
bye.
That's true. That's
And
true.
preferably your fiance's fucking wedding shower would be on that fucking bye week.
All right, listen. Do you want to give picks right now?
Well, I was thinking to change it up. We might as well just do the whole entire fucking playoff because we already have to do half of it. So what's the difference?
Oh, I like it. You're going off the cuff here.
Well, I mean, it just we're already doing 3, so just do the other 3 and let me be 0-6. I'm so fucking pissed off, man. Bama, you know, you know what? Fuck you, Bama, you piece of shit motherfuckers. Whole game, I've never seen a defense fucking fall apart like that. 3 touchdowns unanswered. You fucking cunts. Ugh.
You know what pisses me off about it? I was waiting for the offensive explosion. I fucking knew it was coming. I knew it. And
The over fucking missed by 0.5. Are you kidding me?
I missed the over by 1. Yeah.
Fuck.
But I did beat Kenny's ass, and he already paid me my $50.
Yeah.
$50 worth of cheeseburgers, and I just I did not think that. Well, are we moving on from the Eagles officially?
Yeah, because we'll just do the picks, and then
Okay.
and then I'm gonna continue to complain about Bama.
Okay. I just did not think that Georgia was going to lose to Bama again.
Yeah.
Georgia was the most consistent team all year. And
Yeah.
they had that one misstep against Alabama, and Alabama's so good that if you give them that light, they fucking take it and run. And that's what happened in that game. They just
I wonder if that
murdered them.
ACL injury derailed them. I know they got like Alabama's got like a million wide receivers. They're studs, but I think they missed him.
Well, it definitely derailed them. It definitely hurt them because, well, first of all, it's amazing that this day and age we can watch a dude's fucking ACL explode in 4K slow-mo.
Sniper on the roof.
That shit, dude, you could literally see the ripples through the guy's leg when that shit snapped, man. But they already had a guy declare, I'm pretty sure. Or was already Menchie, right?
Menchie, yeah. Who's a stud.
Who's a stud.
Hey, the Eagles. Hey, real quick, the Eagles might get a they might get a wide receiver off an ACL out of Bama, and you gotta take them.
Hey, at number 20,
fuck yeah,
looks fucking juicy.
If that's gonna be like, it's like Sidney Jones, right? We took a shot, it didn't work out, but that dude was a top 10 pick.
I would be totally okay if they took that dude from Alabama.
Either one.
But that game was just looking like it was ready to burst at the seams. And it wasn't even boring in the first half. It was only 9-6, but it still wasn't boring.
No, it was a good game.
Like the guys, they were so fucking fast. Like the ball snaps and it's like it was almost like the fucking video was it was insane.
I was like, what, I'm just gonna smoke and watch this game. And I was like, the whole time. Well, then my YouTube TV broke in the living room, so then I had to commandeer the other TV. I was like, Chrissy, get out of here. And then so like the whole time I'm just sitting there like with my jaw on the ground, and I just like, dude, impressive. Like those were the two teams that should have been in there, and we got a good game. It's just the end of that game was just so fucking like, I don't know what happened to the defense. It was like a big old balloon. Well, I'll tell you what happened. Alabama decided to kick that fucking field goal, and they should have went for it because it wouldn't have made a fucking difference. And guess what, Saban? It didn't.
Well, here's what also happened. Georgia started to be successful running the ball.
Yeah. No, that was a big fucking halftime adjustment, man.
And they found something in the scheme, and I watched them. I was really paying attention to the game, and they were lining the running back up. They were doing the little shotgun formation with the running back next to the quarterback, and they were basically reading one guy on the D, and they would send a guy in motion, and they would watch that linebacker, and if the linebacker went with the guy, they would shift the running back to the other side, and then they would just pound it right up the middle, and it was working like fucking to a T, like unbelievable.
And you could almost say that Bama. I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but without that Bennett interception and that Bennett fumble, did Bama really do much of anything like in the offensive scheme? You know, they were gifted that ball and they had to kick a field goal. They just could not get in, man.
Yeah, you just really bring up a good point though about, as deep and as impressive as Alabama is, when you lose two
Jesus.
major producers, like it actually even affects them.
Yeah.
So,
Listen, I mean, it's like New England. You know, like I really don't like Bama. I just think they win too much, but it's good to see Georgia someone else win. You know what I mean? So I'm glad it wasn't Clemson. I'm fucking sick of Dabo. He's a fucking jerk off. That guy's the worst. He's literally he's on the list. He's a Jo. He's on the list.
you don't like Dabo?
No, that comment that he said, like I think this year or last year, where he was like, "Well, players shouldn't be paid." Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude?
Yeah, who are you, bro?
Yeah, you make $8 million.
I don't understand. You know what? No, I didn't. You surprised me with this. I love Kirk Herbstreit.
Mm,
He went down this avenue with Desmond
yeah,
Howard, and they were like, whatever happened to, the love of the game, and playing for the love of the game. And I'm like, guys, this is not about the love of the game anymore. Like, these guys clearly love the game, but they also love their ligaments that are going to make them millions of dollars on Sundays.
hey, I'm not even saying this to be like a rude jackass. A lot of those guys come from nothing. They get the
No,
scholarships
100%.
because they're fucking
Yeah.
freak athletes, and
Yeah.
the only thing on their mind is like I'm gonna take care of my family and myself. So I'm sorry that we don't
Yeah.
want to play in the fucking Outback Bowl.
And
I'm
that's a
so
real, like, that's
sorry.
a real life decision. Like,
Yeah,
they have the opportunity to change the trajectory of not only their lives, but their parents' lives and their children's lives that aren't even fucking born yet. Like, you think that playing in the Cheez It Bowl is more important than setting up your entire family for get the fuck out. Stop. Just
yeah,
stop. That's
and
ridiculous.
I totally agree with you too because I like both of those guys. I just don't think,
I do
this
too,
isn't
Voodoo.
this isn't the '80s, man. This
Yeah.
this shit this is way faster, way more dangerous. I mean, the list goes on, and these guys, and it's easy for these guys in their fucking plush suits to sit there, you know, making millions and millions and millions of dollars to call a game.
Listen, it's a business.
Yeah,
Let's be real. NCAA football, NFL football, all of them, they are a business.
and
And
it's
if it's gonna
ruthless.
and if it's gonna be a business, then if they want to treat it like a business, then they should treat the players as employees. Because listen, I know you can make the argument that they're getting thousands and tens and thousands of dollars worth of education. Like, I totally understand that for sure, but that is not enough.
That,
It's not enough.
that that's a lame fucking argument. I'm sorry.
That's an argument that people make.
No, I know that. It's lame. I don't. Please. Uh, the whole what's his face out of Oklahoma? Caleb. What the fuck's his last name? Do you know him? I'm talking about. He came in for Rattler.
Oh yeah, I know him. I can't think of his last name at the
He
top of my head.
like literally. I think he would have stayed at Oklahoma, but someone, maybe Barstool, offered him $1 million to go into the portal.
Oh, Caleb Williams.
Yeah, so he went into the transfer portal because someone offered him $1 million to do so, like a signing, like some kind of deal.
Yeah, because now college players are allowed to do. I can't remember what there's like an acronym for it. They're
Yeah,
they're
I don't know
allowed
what
to
it is,
do.
but
Yeah, they're allowed to get paid for
good
stuff.
for them. Listen, there's no loyalty. Go do your 3 or 4 years, your 2 year, whatever what is it? It's junior year they can come out.
Hmm. Two
So go
years.
do your 2 years or your 3 years if you're a red shirt, and fucking focus on yourself and make the money and take care of yourself. Don't like now. If it's a national championship game, you should probably play because that's gonna live with you, right? But 100% right. Like, who fucking cares about the Boca Raton Bowl, the Cheez It Bowl, the Hawaii Bowl? Like, none of that shit fucking matters. Like,
Yeah.
and a whole nother thing that I've been saying, and the way too early college fucking rankings came out, Cincinnati was in the fucking Final Four, right? And in the rankings, they have them 23rd. That it doesn't matter what you do in the bowl game either. They're just gonna put you wherever the fuck they want. It's fucking stupid.
Well, I mean, they're trying to guess. They're trying to guess how good you're going to be with the players you're going to lose. Like they know that Cincinnati's going to lose some players. The quarterback's gone. Like they know they're going to lose some big time players. So preseason rankings mean nothing to me.
From
I
4
hate
to 23 is like just a slight disrespect, just a little bit.
Cincinnati's used to being disrespected.
Yeah, they stink. Fuck that state too.
See,
Ohio.
look
Ohio's on the list. Delco's on the list.
Look at you. Michigan's on the list.
Oh, fucking Michigan's on the list.
Iowa's on the list.
Yeah, Iowa. Anyone in the Big Ten's on the fucking list. My list is very long.
So the championship game did not disappoint. At the end of the day, the NCAA season is officially complete, and Georgia, the dogs, are barking.
And I'm happy about it. I'm
happy
not
about
happy
it,
because I lost money entirely too late, but it was a good game. It was worth it.
It was a good game. It was fun. So
Look at Molly McGrath. I ain't mad about it.
Yo. So speaking of games that are good, I don't have much to say in the way of.
Who?
Do we have a hockey team?
No.
Did they sell them yet?
I wish they fucking will. And then now this report that came out about Hextall.
Oh my god!
Sent that to me,
dude. I saw that shit come across the timeline, and I was like,
"Tell me that's not the most Philadelphia thing." Tell the people what happened.
I mean, I don't even know if I can summarize it enough. Basically,
the scouts didn't want Nolan Patrick. They wanted who?
At the end of the day, that's what happened. The Ron Hextall shut out the scouts of the Flyers and was like a recluse, and they wanted McCarr.
McCarr, you beautiful, beautiful bastard.
And Bobby Clark is on this podcast or whatever the fuck this show is, and just said that. Literally, quote, none of our scouts wanted Nolan Patrick. They wanted.
And if you listen to the cut, he's basically about to take a giant poop on Nolan Patrick, but he like stops himself because he doesn't want to be disrespectful to Nolan Patrick.
He did.
But Nolan Patrick stinks.
Oh, well,
he's not in the league.
I mean, Bobby Clark doesn't. Because everybody that knows that he's now.
And also,
he has not panned out.
This is very, very unlike Philadelphia to shit on their former players that are in a position of power like that. Those people never do that shit. They're always like loyal, keep it to the vest, like close. That's the first time in a long time or ever that I've heard someone like Bobby Clark, who, I mean, obviously I'm too young for Bobby Clark. You're too young for Bobby Clark, but he's an absolute stud and a legend in Philadelphia. Those guys, like Paul Holmgren, like all. 1 second. Chill.
The dog's murdering over there.
Those guys never talk shit on each other. It's always, you know what I mean? Like, okay, we'll just deflect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is the first time, and it's the right way to do it. They fucking did it. And I'm happy they were talking shit on Hextall. And to have a shot at Ryan O'Reilly and not pull the trigger for bullshit. And that Shen trade, when they tell you, listen, when they tell you that the GM didn't talk to anyone, he just did it, it pisses me off. And that's the problem with Philadelphia. All of it.
That should literally never fucking happen. And it happens. I feel like I can't say it happens too often because we didn't even know that this happened, right? Like we had no fucking idea. I said to you after I saw this, I was like, dude, I thought Hextall was like accredited and like, you know, had some fucking swag and like was making moves and doing like I had no idea that he was closing his door and making his own decisions and not even consulting his fucking scouts. Like, what the fuck is that?
Pal? Guess what? He's on the list.
The list is growing, man. This is starting to turn into John Wick 3, 4, 5 here.
No, it's just typical, man.
It's just, you know what it is, dude? It's embarrassing.
Yeah, it really is. And until I never thought I'd say this, but until Comcast bows out and they get real ownership in here, you're looking at a decade, 2 decades, 3 decades, my whole entire fucking life. You're not getting anything.
God damn it. It's so
Those
fucking...
major companies can't own a team like that.
No, I agree 100%. Like the owner, well, unless they could do it. They could do it right. You know, if they, it's like a business. It's a business. Like you hire people that know what the fuck they're doing to do their job and make you money. That's literally what a business is. So someone like Comcast should understand that, you know, it's a business. They need to bring people in that know what they're fucking doing to make the job, to get the job done and make them money. The problem with the sports franchise, especially one in Philadelphia, is that no matter how they're doing, they're going to make you money. That's the problem.
We were there on Thursday. We bought a jersey, a hoodie, fucking 25 souvenir cups. I'm not even making that up.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like
food.
They're, especially the Flyers. The Phillies is the only one that doesn't fall within that realm because they play too many fucking games and people aren't going to, like, Citizens Bank Park isn't sold out right now because they're not winning. So that's the only one. The other three can almost do literally anything they want, and the fans will still go, and the fans will still, you know, want to take in the game. Like however you want to spin it. The buildings will still be packed. And that's the problem with it's kind of like they're taking advantage of our fandom.
I'm teetering, Dave.
On what? Which decision?
Just giving up.
Cutting them out?
Cutting them out?
I'll be honest, I have not watched a full game in a long time.
We left.
I can't. I watched that was the last full game I watched, the one that I was at.
Yeah.
I can't because they look inept.
Change my stance on the Giroux thing. Trade him because I want my baby boy to fly free. Okay, I want him to break.
That's where I am. Yes, that is where I fully am. I'm like, dude, listen, Giroux, I fucking love you to death. Get the fuck out of this godforsaken land.
Don't come back.
No, I want him to come back though. See, that's the thing. I want him to go and win a fucking title. Please go somewhere. Waive your no trade. Go win a fucking title this year and then come back. Come back.
No, I'm with you.
It's sad, dude. It's fucking sad. Like the Flyers are not going to win any. That's the worst part. Like the Flyers are not going to win in the next
a decade.
It could be a decade.
Got nothing, bro.
It could be a decade.
How long Comcast going to own them for?
How long have they owned them already?
Yeah, well, you know, they didn't even say happy birthday to Ed Snyder.
They didn't say happy birthday.
How hard is it to tweet off the team account happy birthday to the greatest owner we've ever had? I mean, it's not hard.
Your boy Jay says that we missed our opportunity to trade Giroux because now he's not worth anything.
Because he's got COVID.
Well, everybody's got COVID.
He's having a good year before he got fucking sick.
Everybody's got COVID. That's not a fucking factor.
I mean, if you don't have COVID, strap it. You're getting it. That's just the way it is.
So let's move on from this shit pile because the Flyers suck.
Sad. Fucking
sad. The Flyers are horrible, and they haven't won a game in 2 weeks. They had this last game was postponed. Thank God they couldn't lose.
A chew.
You know, they play Boston tentatively on Thursday.
They can't play. And you know what? What was the final straw that the league was like, oh, you're out 30 players?
Yeah, why did they finally let them cancel a game? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, the Flyers are dreck, and it sucks. And I was hype about the Flyers this year. I loved the moves they made in the offseason. Like I felt good about Ellis coming in, and
Who?
yeah, I know. Yeah. It's like the Loch Ness monster.
He's fucking dead. The Russian
Prove that
mafia came over and fucking
someone prove to me that he's alive,
We're
please.
on like we're on like week 7 of this fucking circus. Like he's not like what is his injury?
They're kind of. I think at this point they're just hoping people stop asking.
Got the wrong motherfucker, okay?
Well, if you cut him out, you ain't gonna ask shit.
I
So,
might tweet them every day. I'm gonna say, "Where's Ryan Ellis?" And then in a separate tweet say, "Sell the fucking team, Comcast."
yo, we should do that. We should start a campaign. We should tweet them literally every day.
Yeah, I got nothing to do.
Just ask them. Just ask them where Ryan Ellis is. So we have
Where's
another.
Carmen San Diego?
How's that game was the fucking best. I had that game on Nintendo,
I had it on
and
the
it
PC.
it came with like a fucking encyclopedia. You had to
Yeah.
like look words up and shit.
Yeah, 100%, man.
But we do have another team in this city, who is listen, man, they are getting some heat right now, and I don't know how much of it's warranted. And we argue about this all the time. Obviously, we're talking about the Sixers, and the Sixers have won 8 of their last 9, and they're
Name me a team
quietly.
that they played that was good in those 8.
Why does it matter? Name me a team that the Eagles played in the games
It's,
they won that matters.
I'm just saying you can't just ride this wave of momentum. Then
The Eagles
they're
are.
winning games they should be winning.
The Eagles did.
No, no, no! Don't you fucking do this. All right?
It's explain to me how it's different.
Hold on. It's different because Tobias Harris is a fucking pussy. That's
Oh
why
my
it's different.
God, you're going straight in on Tobias, right?
Dude,
Okay.
I have never been so sick of something. He's worse than Ben Simmons right now.
Oh my God, you
Yeah.
are being egregious. That's egregious behavior.
I don't know why it's different. But it feels
Erroneous.
different.
Listen, man, Tobias is getting a bad rap in this fucking town,
Because
dude.
what? Don't fucking clap for me. That is the fucking lamest shit I've ever seen, man. Lame.
It wasn't even that bad
Pussy.
though. Like it wasn't that bad. What?
Dave, he was traded 6 fucking times. He's a journeyman, and the Sixers should have let him continue to wander the NBA for another 6 fucking franchises. All right, I'm out. And I think you're right. I think again. I don't even know if it was on the podcast. I don't know if it was on the chat. I don't know if we were together. But you were like, they had the money and they had to spend it and they wanted to spend it and they spent it on Toby. And listen, I get it. 18-6 is great fucking numbers. I understand that, and I understand that they're missing Ben Simmons, and Ben Simmons is a major part of the success for this team. Except for when they play the Atlanta Hawks in a Game 7 in a playoff game. But he's a major part of the team. They have too many guys that can't fucking take over a game, and they're just wearing and grinding and beat to the ground. And that's where my concern is with this team.
That I agree with you. Like they don't have the number 2. And the problem is that people
Ben Simmons made a lot of those guys a number 2 because he could get them the fucking ball.
Yes, he created shots, he created openings, he created opportunities.
Just wouldn't take the shots.
Yes, for guys like Toby that could then turn into, a game where they take over, quote unquote, because of the way that Ben breaks down the defense. Everything opens up, part the Red Sea, boom, Toby, bang. Like that's literally how shit went when Ben was in. Ben's not in. Ben's not coming back. Toby's not a 2. Toby's not the number 2 guy on the team. Toby is a good number 3. But the Sixers don't have a number 2. And because of that, Toby is being made out to be a villain in this town. And that's just sucky.
Well, and I'll tell you the don't clap for me shit. That's just gonna incite people too,
And now, of course. Anytime, it's really funny. Like I get I get both sides. I totally am. I boo the fuck out of people. Like I do. If they don't, if they're bad, or if I feel like they're not giving it as much as they could be, or whatever, they're trying to take a day off, and I'm pissed off about it, I'll boo them, dude. I will. But Philly fans really don't. It's a funny thing. They don't like when guys come back at them.
We're a bunch of sensitive people.
Yeah,
You ever
in
see
one
Marley and
direction.
Me? I cried my eyes out. That's how sensitive I am.
Sensitive in one direction. Spoiler alert on Marley and Me.
Oh yeah. The movie from 2008.
Fucking
I
20
really,
years ago.
I fucking ruined that movie for everyone. The dog
No.
dies at the end, and they put a highlight reel, and it's really fucking sad.
Yeah, but don't they get another dog?
I don't care. That highlight reel was unnecessary at the end. You want a quick story about this? Let me give you a quick story about this movie. I was on a first date with
Oh my god.
her name was Kristen. I had just had ACL surgery, so I went to the movie theater with my crutches. We were sitting in the handicap, seats, and this is the first date. So get to the movie, I didn't cry, and then they show the life of the dog at the end, and it's like, and I'm fucking bawling my eyes out like a little bitch. And there's this old lady who has to be deceased at this point, but she's handicapped, and she's handing me tissues. So I'm on a date
Oh my god.
with this girl, and I'm crying my eyes out. And I'm getting tissues from an old lady. That movie fucked me up.
Really? Like, how do you come back from that?
Well, we only dated for like 7 months, so it didn't work out.
But hey, listen, man. Listen, man. Emotions are okay. Emotions are okay. You gotta let it out sometimes.
You have
But
to do it.
here's my thing. Like, I don't know. I didn't really have a problem with what Toby did. Like, it's fine. Like, he needs, like, maybe he was trying to use it as like hype motivation, whatever. It wasn't a big deal. He came back later and like said, like, yeah, I totally get it. I've been struggling. The fans are giving it to me. I just gave it back to him. That's it. That's all it was. And then he moved on. He didn't go on Twitter and fucking keep going and blah blah blah. He moved on. I appreciate that about him. Honestly, I really did. Because it could have gone a different fucking direction.
No, I mean, I hear you on that, and I'm glad he came out and said that. It just like, I just, I'm just so over it, man.
I think you just want him to be better than he is.
Exactly, and again, you're totally right. It's no fault of his own. Not having Ben is a major issue. Major.
Yeah. I mean, and now the latest news that came out today is that the Sixers are shopping Toby and Ben together.
Who the fuck's taking? Seriously, who's taking that? And what are you getting back? If you put Toby's money in with Ben Simmons, you're gonna lessen the value of Ben Simmons. That's already probably pretty low right now, right?
Well, no, I think it's a 3-team deal. 3-team at a minimum, maybe 4 teams.
Yeah, like just a big boom blockbuster.
Yeah, like you ship Ben one place, you ship Toby to another place, and then you got like another team in there, maybe with some picks, and like you fucking stir the pot like major.
Send them both to Minnesota and let them rot.
Yeah, but then what do we get? Yeah, what are we getting? Like, I don't know. So, it's going to be interesting to see what the Sixers do. What really sucks is the fact that they could possibly let this go and completely punt basically on a season where Embiid is clearly like in his
straight.
He's like in the prime, dude.
Yeah.
He's in the prime. And he's still getting better, which is fucking incredible. Dude is like just balling right now. Just balling. I don't know. It sucks.
It's just frustrating. You know what the thing is? Like, they're gonna make the playoffs. They'll probably be a top 3 seed, and then everyone will be fucking all hype, and then they'll fucking lose, and then that, like, it's like a wasted season. It totally is. Like, they really need to move Ben. Listen, I'm fine if they want to keep Toby, if they can get someone that can make Toby, Toby.
Yeah, so, and I don't think that they could, like, if they get like at least an all-star back, like an all-star caliber guy, like that could work if he's a creator, if he's a distributor.
100%.
So Embiid, what is it, Kenny? Is it 7 games in a row over 30?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I want to bet it, but like it's got to end eventually.
Yeah, 100%. Uh, so yeah, I did like that his minutes were knocked down a little bit last game, which was nice to see because they've been
Well, I mean,
riding the
I
fuck
I
out of him.
watched that. I watched the end of the fourth because it was during halftime of
Yeah,
the championship game. I mean, Houston's terrible.
they're bad.
They're
They're
bad.
bad. Yeah, they're bad. I think that was a double digit spread. I think on that game.
Yeah, you're in trouble when that's going on.
Yeah. So, but the Sixers have a couple pretty big conference games coming up. They got Charlotte, Boston, Miami. The Heat are no joke. Uh,
Who's on
you
the
know,
Heat?
the Heat's just they're playing well. I mean, they're 25-15. They're right there. I mean,
Yeah, I know. And who's on the Heat?
when they run it down.
No, it's Jimmy Butler.
Oh, you just want to name the one guy that's really good?
Yeah, and that it could be a Sixer.
Oh, you're living in the past.
I can't let go of it.
He's not even playing right now.
Is he hurt?
Something.
He's probably got
Ankle.
COVID.
It says ankle.
Pussy.
Um, yeah. So, the Sixers are on the way up. Hopefully, it continues. Hopefully, they can maybe get something back for Ben. From what it sounds like, Morey's not moving him though, unless they get the right thing. And we're gonna see how it shakes out. All I know is that this team will not be successful in the playoffs if they don't get something for Ben.
And what would be considered like successful in the playoffs? They got to go to a championship game,
Uh, yeah.
right?
I think if they made the Eastern Conference Championship,
That's what I meant. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
okay. Yeah, I think if they made it to that series, that's successful.
Yeah.
Given the fact that they don't have that piece, I think if they make a move and um, if they make a move for a legit star, then I think that it needs to be a title. They need to go. They need to go to the championship. They need to go to the NBA Finals. What's up, Rado?
Um, you're 100% right. But again, I don't know what sets them over the top though. You know what I mean? Like what trade would like really do that for you?
Gordy's not here, so
Yeah, I know.
we can't
I'm
talk
just
about
kind of
that.
speaking out like
Yeah,
into the
you're just throwing it out there.
yeah, like I don't know. I don't know what anyone's gonna give up, and like I think Jalen Brown's a fucking really good one. It,
To run it hard.
oh man, I don't. I,
I don't know.
yeah, I know, and he's still putting up good numbers. Just again, it's like the Embiid streak. It's like I don't want to bet it because I know it's gonna end, and Harden's gonna come to like a crash here.
Well,
It's something to think about. I just don't know the answer.
no, it's a great question. It's a great question, and I don't know. I don't know the answer. So we'll see. I mean, there's a lot of time left in the season, but it kind of starts to pick up. Like especially after football season is
Yeah.
done, it seems like it's like boom, and it's like fucking, all of a sudden it's like playoff time.
Ooh, I
So
could. I should see if the Sixers are playing in Dallas.
ooh, are they?
I don't know. I'll check it out. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just very like, you're right. Like I think once the Eagles are over, I think I'll find myself maybe tuning in a little
Oh
bit
my
more
God, Kenny, they're there. They're there.
on Friday.
The fourth. Anyway, so let's move on. Let's move on to the picks and to the gambling side of the podcast. Last week we put out a couple extra picks because we had the one extra pick. We had the NCAA title game last week, so we each did put a play out on that. So we had out of a 4 possible picks last week. Kenny, you went 1-3 last week.
Sucking farts again.
1-3, and I went 3-1. Your losses were the Chargers, the
Which is
Rams,
bullshit.
the Chargers, the Rams, and Alabama. And
Bullshit.
my wins were Seattle, the
Good call,
Niners.
by the way.
Yeah, that was an outright. Seattle,
Fucking
the Niners, and Georgia. So I went
yeah.
3-1.
Old DK could be a flyer, an Eagle next year.
Yeah, there's a couple guys that after the season, after the season's over, I really think we should spend some time on that because I was bringing this up with Gordy in a conversation, and just like there are some prime dudes out there that have like 1 year left on their contract that like really could be like a super super fucking awesome like addition to our
I
team.
would trade any of the first round draft picks
You might not
for
even give up. You might not even have to give up a first round for some of these guys.
yeah, but I'm saying like for a DK Metcalf, I'd give up a first.
Oh yeah, I would too. I would too.
So
So
what if Russell Wilson's available? You go get him.
I think I mean, they're saying he's not, but I think he's gonna be.
So
I,
the big thing there is like you're assuming that your window is now, and that scares me with the Eagles, right?
yeah, I don't really know if they're a now team.
Because you could give 2 first round picks. You tell Hurts, ride the pine for a little bit, and then you run with Russell. But you need to be a team that's ready to go.
Yeah, but could you bring Russ into town and keep Jalen?
I don't care how that works out, but you're mortgaging your future regardless. Because if Hurts leaves, that's whatever.
Right.
If he goes, and then you're losing two, you're definitely gonna have to get.
Phew, my God, I don't
I
even
would
want
say
to.
no. I
That
wouldn't do it.
hurts. That hurts my head. I think if that's the price, if it's two firsts, I think I'm a no also
It's
because
not even. It's not even the first round picks for me. It's the future.
well, it's the whole thing, right? Like so.
Yeah,
This goes back to what I was saying, I think last week or 2 weeks ago. When you have a quarterback taking up that much capital on your like it limits you to what else you could do especially in the defensive line and the offensive line. Like those are the two spots where you could spend extra money when you're spending less on quarterback. So if Jalen Hurts is good enough and is continuing to progress, which I feel like he has done this year,
definitely.
it would be really, really, really fucking hard for me to pull the trigger on
Yeah,
anybody. Just Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson, any of these dudes. Like I don't think I could do it. I really don't. And
I agree with you 100.
and
percent
that's off the cuff. I don't know. But yeah, so Kenny and I have decided that since there's only 5 games this weekend, we are going to. I'm sorry, there's 6 games. We're gonna take a stab and we're gonna give out picks on every game of the wild card weekend.
Fade me.
Kenny says fade him. So I only have Kenny decided this while we were on the podcast. So I only have 3 of his picks. So we'll have to get one. I'll have to get a couple live.
I'm pretty much ready.
It'll probably be fine. So without further ado, uh, for wild card weekend, let's start. I'll go in order of the games. Um, the first game of the weekend is the Raiders at the Bengals. Bengals -5.5 in Cincinnati. Bengals finally win the division. They make the playoffs. They get a
Since
home playoff game.
2015.
And the Raiders are coming to town riding high after that fucking wild victory against the Chargers. Kenny, who's your pick?
I like the Raiders to cover the spread, but I like the Bengals outright. So that's just what I'm saying.
Okay, so Kenny likes the Raiders to keep it close. I think that the Bengals win this game by at least 10.
Ooh.
And I think it's only almost solely because of how emotional that game was last week.
Yeah, now you got me fucking thinking. When you said that to me, I was just thinking like, fuck, that's gonna drain a lot of them.
But I mean, listen, they could keep it close. It's a 5.5 point spread, so it could go either way. Kenny likes Raiders +5.5. I'm gonna take the Bengals -5.5.
Okay.
So the next game on the slate Saturday night. By the way, this weekend is gonna be fucking incredible. Like these matchups are incredible. Um, Saturday night, 8:15. You got New England, Bill Belichick going to Buffalo and playing the Bills again in Buffalo again.
What is that? 1-1, right?
They're 1-1. Um, and Patriots won the game that was in New England. I think that was that wacky fucking game where Mac Jones like didn't throw the ball. that
Yeah,
weird.
they
That
ran it.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So Kenny is riding Bills -4. Kenny's riding Bills -4. The game the weather is supposed to be 8 degrees at kickoff. And it's gonna be a grind. I Kenny has Bills -4. This is one that I hadn't picked yet. Um, I really like the Patriots as like a sneaky AFC, just Belichick bullshit, getting through, making a run. So I'm gonna take New England here, and I'm gonna even say New England outright. But
Mm.
I'm gonna take the points. I'm gonna take the +4. But I really think that the Patriots have a chance to win this game outright. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the Bills are such a fucking mystery team, man. They were riding high last year. They don't win playoff games. I don't know. I still think they gotta, if they want to do it, and I'm not saying they're gonna win the AFC, but if they want to get some respect in that division, they gotta win this game. They have
Well,
to.
and you know what? The Bills are on a 4-game winning streak,
Yeah.
and the Patriots just got their asses handed to them by the Dolphins, who then decided to fire their coach.
Oh, did you hear that report, by the way?
What about Flores?
Yeah, they were saying like he's kind of a fucking jerk off.
Oh, no, I
Yeah,
didn't
like
hear
he
about
was
that.
like he didn't respect the younger players and he talked to them like shit. Like, you know, a player apparently, this is a story and who fucking knows, but a player apparently went in there to ask him a question and he was like, "Don't be coming in here asking me about playing time. I already told you." And he was like, "Well, I'm not in here for that." So
Oh shit.
yeah, maybe there's some, you know the old saying, when there's smoke, there's a fire.
Yeah. Uh huh.
Quite literally.
Oh my god. Okay. So Kenny likes Bills -4. I like Patriots +4. Um, Next game on the slate is though the Philadelphia fucking Eagles at the Tampa Bay Bucks. The weather forecast, from what I've heard, is basically it's going to be around 70, but there is a very high chance of rain in this game, looking like 80% chance of rain. Sunday at 1, Kenny Eagles +8.5.
Yeah, give it to me.
So Kenny likes the Birds. Kenny, do you think that the Birds have a chance to win this game, or are you playing a spread here and thinking that they keep it within a touchdown?
I'm playing the spread. I don't. I mean, I listen. I think they can win. I don't think
Okay,
it's
let me
impossible.
let me back up. What do you think the percentage is a chance that they have to win?
So you're telling what is the percentage that they win outright?
Yeah.
40%.
Okay. That's okay. That's pretty good, I think. And I think that that's about where I'm at. I don't think it's 50-50 for me. I don't think it
No.
I'm not that confident. Because I have seen the Eagles start slow. I have seen the Eagles look like dog shit. I have seen Jalen Hurts start games looking like a deer in headlights for some unknown reason. It makes me nervous. If the Eagles can survive the first quarter, if the score is no worse than 7-0 after the first quarter, the Eagles will win this game.
Nah,
That's where I'm at.
I like that. I mean, it just I don't even. I'm gonna miss the whole first quarter. So
So
easily.
Eagles, I'm taking the Eagles +8.5, and I do think they have a chance to win. I do think that if they keep it close in the first quarter, that they have a chance to actually win this game outright. And I'm not talking about like the first quarter runs out and the Bucks are on the 1 yard line about to punch it in. Like that counts as 14-0. So fuck you. But if it's 7-0 and it's respectable 7-0, in the first quarter. I'm feeling pretty good about it, and I like the Birds' chances in that scenario. So, Birds plus 8.5. Give it to me. Both me and Kenny both riding the Birds this weekend. Um, Next game Sunday, 4:30. Niners at Cowboys. Niners at Cowboys, and Kenny, you have not made a pick on this one yet. So we got the Cowboys are -3 at home.
Give me the Cowboys.
Kenny takes the Cowboys -3 at home. I too like the Cowboys -3. I think
I
that
really don't think the Niners are that good.
I don't think they're that bad. I think that they have some good athletes. I I I, I think they could hang in this game. I just feel like Dallas matches up well against San
Yeah.
Fran. So for Dallas, I think that they win this game by 2 touchdowns. To be honest, that's just how I feel about that. So what do we got next? We got Sunday Night Football, the improbable matchup going into the weekend that people thought might not actually happen. Pittsburgh on the road going to Kansas City in Arrowhead. Sunday Night Football. Kansas City Chiefs -12.5.
It's too high.
That's a big fucking spread, dude.
But the Steelers are bad.
That's a big spread, though.
Fry, they're the worst team in the playoffs.
Oh, I think you're right. I do. I think
And
that the Steelers are mediocre. I mean, but so are the Eagles. So
I will beat that Steelers team.
I agree, 100%. The Eagles are better than the Steelers.
100%. And listen,
Um,
what
so
changes from December 26th to January 16th? The
Yeah, I
Steelers
know.
got blown the fuck out.
Yeah. So
It
are
wasn't
you are
even
you
close.
so are you feeling Steelers? Are you feeling Chiefs -12.5?
The more and more I talk myself, yeah, I don't want to. The number's too big.
Where
But
you going?
I don't like the Steelers are fucking doo doo butts.
Commit.
I'm committing.
Chiefs -12.5. Kenny
I
commits.
don't. I'm on record saying I don't like that fucking pick.
Yeah. I'm taking the Steelers plus the 12.5.
Yeah, I mean that's smart and probably the right decision. But like, I don't know what changes in from the 26th of December to now.
I don't have an answer. To be honest, other than the fact that
And
it's the playoffs, that's it.
yeah,
Um, you know, I
and I believe
that's
that game
literally
was
it.
in Arrowhead, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I sniff a blowout.
Ooh. I don't know. I honestly think that the Chiefs is probably the better play. I just don't like that line. It's too high, I think.
Nah, yeah, I agree, 100%.
You know, think about it. If you win by 10, that's like a strong win in the NFL. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Especially in the playoffs. So I'm mostly playing a number here. I would like it more probably at 13, but 12.5, I'll take it. I'll take the Steelers at 12.5. And hope to God that they can like make some bullshit touchdown in the fourth quarter, which is what they've done like every week, and cover the spread, maybe lose by 11,
keep it close.
or even lose by 12. Last game, Monday Night Football, wild card weekend, Monday Night Football. So you got 3 days of fucking wild card fucking playoffs. It's fucking wild. Monday night, Cardinals at the Rams. Rams -4. Kenny, you did not give me a pick on this one before the pod, so this is a live pick for you.
I'm 0-4 when I bet the Rams. Make it 0-5. Give me the Rams.
I like it. Let's
The Cardinals are
go.
fucking frauds. They're pieces of shit.
Let's
Worst uniform in
go.
the league. Fucking assholes.
Worst uniform in the league.
It is.
I also am taking the Rams -4. I understand that their quarterback has some issues turning over
We'll
the
call it the
ball.
yips.
I understand that the Rams have they're kind of like up and down, hot and cold. I don't give a fuck. Arizona is overrated, Arizona is nowhere near as good as people say, people think, and I'm not a believer in Kyler Murray. Give me the Rams minus the 4 and sprinkle minus 9.5
I
because
mean,
alt line, win yourself some more money.
Matt Stafford threw 400 times, 4,886 yards, 41 touchdowns, 17 interceptions. That's a concern. And then a QB rating of 102.9. He hadn't had a bad season. If he had 7 less interceptions, you'd be talking pretty good season. Seriously.
Yeah, and he's had like, what do you have? He had 2 last week, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's had a
so
pick
like
6 almost in there.
he had 2. He had 2 last week. He had 2 against Baltimore. He had 3 against Minnesota. So like, dude's been slinging the ball, like slinging.
Yeah.
So he's gonna throw picks for 4,800 yards. Come on, man, that's fucking insane. Yeah. And Cooper Kupp is ridiculous.
He fell short, man.
I know. I didn't get
16 yards.
I know it sucks, but I'm on the Rams this weekend. I really do. So, to recap, I'll just give it out one more time since we like stretched it a little bit. Kenny likes Raiders plus 5.5, Bills minus 4, Eagles plus 8.5, Cowboys minus 3, Chiefs minus 12.5, Rams minus 4. I like Rams minus 4, Bengals minus 5.5, Eagles plus 8.5, Patriots plus 4, Cowboys minus 3, Steelers plus 12.5. That
Go
about does it.
Birds.
Go Birds. Fucking wild card playoff weekend. I'll tell you what, man, 18 weeks ago, I did not see this coming. So, guys, go into Sunday, enjoy the game, let it sink in, and just let's get these dudes some playoff fucking experience against the GOAT. Is there anything, can you ask for anything more?
Bust the roots out the motherfucking pot. Let's go.
Just enjoy the game on Sunday. Fucking go Birds. And let's get this fucking win. Let's come back and fucking talk about week 2. Come on, let's go.
Is it going to be disrespectful if I pull the iPad out during the shower?
Absolutely not. But I'm a guy, so. All right, guys. Yo, thanks for listening to the podcast. Thanks for those that tuned in live on YouTube. I know our boy Jay was watching. I'm not sure about anybody else, but if you watched, great. Thank you. Please continue to share the podcast, like it, rate us. We're gonna keep doing it whether you fucking do that or not. So we're here, we enjoy it, and we just thank you guys for your support, watching us and listening to us and sharing the podcast. We really do. Thank you.
We know what this next week will look like, but in 2 weeks we don't know. I might take a hiatus, have some people co-host while I'm away.
Yeah, so we'll see how that shakes out. But
I will
in the meantime,
be here for next Tuesdays.
That's right.
Next Tuesday's win, you motherfuckers.
Woo, let's go. Go Birds. We'll see you guys next week, motherfuckers.
Peace.
Later.